Here are 3 sacrifices that I must make to maintain.
Hey Bestie, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. So in today's video, we'll be talking about the real secret to staying skinny. So I'll put the stitches together so that you watch. I'll be back to share my true sense.
Here are 3 sacrifices that I must make to maintain my skinny body and to get even more skinny. First one is you can't go out and eat as much as you want anymore. You have to portion control literally everything. You can't just go out and eat the whole chocolate bar. You can't just take food from the pot, like 2 plates, 3 plates, 4 plates. Yeah, no. You have to prioritize basically eating less and being okay with feeling hungry sometimes. You have to prioritize your protein intake, because if you are not eating enough protein, let's say you made pasta for dinner, right? You made tomato pasta and there's no chicken in it, no shrimp, no cheese. It's literally just carbs. That's not going to fill you up. That is why you keep taking so many more plates of that food. You have to think smart, but when you are trying to maintain your skinny body. So you have to prioritize your protein, and you really have to think about what's going in your body and how it's actually going to help you to not overeat, because it's so easy to do that, especially when you're trying to maintain your body. The last thing is that you have to go on your walks. And I know it sounds like so stupid, it sounds so easy, but walking, especially outside when the weather is not that great, or when you really don't feel like getting your ass up, you just have to do it. If you want to maintain the body, the way that you lost the weight is the way that you keep it off. I walked at least 4 to 6 miles every single day in order to lose 25 pounds, and I'm currently doing that still to lose an additional 20 pounds. I am putting in that work every single day, whether I like it or not, because I know that it will take me to my goal, and I know that it will keep me at my goal. You have to make these sacrifices in order to stay skinny, and it is not just this glamorized thing. It is difficult, but it is so rewarding, and you will thank yourself in the end.
If you want to stay slim, if you want to stay skinny, you gotta be going on your hot girl walks. 10,000 steps a day. It is truly a game changer. I walk to pick up my son to school. I've been doing this for over a year. The only time I don't is when it's raining. When I had a 9 to 5, I would eat my lunch, and then the rest of my lunch period, I would go outside and walk. You could change nothing else besides increasing your steps, and you can see such a huge difference. I did the Stairmaster this morning, and I lifted weights, and I felt like super hungry after, so of course I ate. But the thing with my hot girl walks, after, I don't feel super hungry, but I'm still burning more calories, increasing my metabolism. I'm not getting that craving. So like hot girl walks, like if that's all you can do right now, girl, prioritize walking over anything else. Even if you're not on a weight loss journey, or you're not on a journey of maintaining your weight, because we all know maintaining your weight can be harder than losing the weight itself, you should still be walking. Has anyone else not seen that picture of what a human looks like after working a 9 to 5 desk job and they're not active? That shit scared the fuck out of me. I'm getting my steps in.
Here's how you're gonna stay lean year round and not just for the summertime. Tap all the way in, sis. Let's get it. And if you didn't know, I'm your sister coach to Fit and Fineness. I lost 100 pounds naturally. I've been able to maintain that weight loss plus more over the last 8+ years. I own a women's only gym here in Houston, Texas, and I teach other women like you to do the exact same thing. An announcement: you can always shop my headbands at the website in the bio. Our spring collection of athleisure wear for all women drops May 15th, so make sure you're on the site www.fitandfinepenelope.com. But I want to talk with you about how you can stay lean year round, habits that you should start today that will help you build and keep your dream body. And I'm going to give you my top 5 ways on how you can stay lean year round, not just for a season, but for a lifetime. Number 1, no alcohol. I'm trying to tell y'all, like, that's what's stopping you from taking it to the next level. That alcohol consumption is only slowing your fat loss down for days. It's adding empty calories to a deficit that you're probably already out of by the time you start drinking, because now you need a wing basket and fries and a little dessert, and then you're gonna drive home and stop at Whataburger and them. So the alcohol, I literally will only drink at this point on vacation and a very, very, very special occasion. And if it's a special occasion, it got to be a shot or 2 and nothing more. Number 2, 10,000 plus steps a day. Y'all know I tell y'all every day, I get 20,000 steps. I'm only asking for 10,000 steps from you, and this is every single day. 10,000 steps a day burns an average of 300 to 400 extra calories for you for the day, which is going to help you dig deeper into your caloric deficit. Do that for 30 days. That's 12,000 extra calories burned for the month. That's 3 to 4 pounds down from just getting your steps and being in the caloric deficit. Little things like that make a big difference in your journey. Get your steps up. Number 3, weightlifting is non-negotiable. I know for me, when I first started this journey, and still today, I'm a cardio bunny. I enjoy cardio. That's what I like to do. I like to get my endurance up. I like to challenge myself in the worst way and really fight for this shit. But weightlifting is what's going to help you avoid that skinny fat. When I first lost 100 pounds, like I was losing the weight, I was getting it right, but I did not have any shape. Once you start picking up those weights 3 to 4 times a week, 45 minutes a day, the game is going to change this. The game is going to change. Weightlifting 3 to 4 times a day, 3 to 4 times a week. Nothing more. Anything other than that, you need to be in the kitchen. Number 4, find a cardio that you enjoy and do it consistently. Y'all know my cardio choice. It's either a walk, a jog, or the Statmaster. I can do all of those in one day, or I can do each of those every single day. I do cardio 7 days a week. I don't know who lied to told y'all that you gotta have one lying flat day. No. Active rest days, I'm walking. Slow pace walk is all it takes. Most days I'm walking it. Some days I jog it. Other days I get on the Statmaster for an hour. That's what I enjoy. Find a cardio that you enjoy and do it consistently. Not just here and there, but consistent streaks of cardio. And number 5 and final tip, if you want to stay lean year round, you got to start tracking your body, sis. What you measure is what you manage. If you're not tracking how you look, how your pictures look, what the scale looks like, because I know a lot of us run from the scale, but I love the scale. It lets me know, okay, yesterday I may have ate too much and I may have not moved my body enough. Let me double up today. Let me do a little bit more today. Let me eat a little better, a little lighter on the carbs. Let me get a little bit more protein, a little less calories. Take those pictures, go get that body scan, track the body fat, track your food, log it consistently so you can know what works for your body and what doesn't work. Because if you're in a caloric deficit and the scale is not moving, you are not in a caloric deficit. So it's time to change some things up. At least for a couple weeks to a month, you've been in the same caloric deficit and that scale has not moved, sis. I'm not gonna lie to you, you're not in a caloric deficit. Get it together. And those are my top 5 tips if you want to stay lean year round, regardless if you're looking to get lean or you're looking just to maintain. Use these top 5 tips, change your life for the better, intensify your habits, change your lifestyle, become a better version of yourself. Your future self will thank you. If this video gave you some insight on how you can do these things all together to get the body that you want, I want you to comment a heart below. Let me know that you're in it to win it, and we can do it together. Let's get it. Let's go.
How do you stay so skinny? Go ahead and answer that question, since people ask me that question all the time. But really, there's only just a couple of things that I do. I've been doing these things forever, like literally pretty much for the past 18 years. And that's number 1, I drink a lot of water. I literally drink so much water that whenever I drink like soda, juice, or whatever, I literally I can't drink anything that's super sweet. I don't consume alcohol. I don't like the taste of alcohol. I don't like the way it makes me feel. So one day I was like, why am I drinking alcohol? I don't want to do that. And the other thing that I do is I eat a lot of salads. I probably eat about 5 salads a week. And people think you have to work out. Honestly, I don't work out. That really isn't a flex, to be honest. I should be working out. But with those 2 things that I do, it really helps me stay small. So one of the things that I did learn is a salad tastes good when you could taste every single ingredient inside the salad, like really bite-sized pieces. I'm adding shrimp to my salad, by the way. I got this from TikTok Shop. I used to use a food processor to kind of blend in my salads, but once I got this, it made it so much easier. Literally, you guys are watching the video, my salad is almost done. And just make sure you're adding everything you like to the salad. Once it's all chopped up and you have all the ingredients that you really like, go ahead and get your salad a good shake. Look at that. This literally is the perfect salad. So that's basically it. A good salad. The little link is right there if you want to make your salad. Nothing special that I do. Just eat healthy, drink a lot of water, and stay away from the alcohol.
I need to share with you guys a thin girl's secret. Most thin girls follow the 80-20 rule, but that's not the secret. The thing is, when you're out and about and you see thin girls eating whatever they want, you think it's their genetics, they're naturally skinny, they can eat whatever they want, life's not fair. How come they get to eat whatever they want and they never put on weight? But most of these girls follow an 80-20 rule. I do. So 80% of the time I eat clean, 20% of the time I eat whatever I want, I have treats. And I'm not speaking for all, but most girls do this. So when you're out and about and you're seeing girls eat whatever they want, it's because you're seeing them at their 20%. You're not seeing them when they're home alone, eating super clean, not having any junk or processed food at home. They're following a strict clean diet. You're seeing them at their 20. So don't be fooled and don't think life's not fair and it's just my genetics and I have to be super strict and they can eat whatever they want and they'll always lose. You could also follow the same rule and I promise you will see results. Eat 80% clean at home. Keep your house, your pantry clean. Don't have any processed food. And when you're out, have fun. But in moderation, of course. It's not your genetics. It's not that thin girls have they have this gift and they can just stuff their faces and eat whatever they want and they'll always be thin. That's not it. You're seeing them at 20%. So you could do the same thing. I realized this because when I was out with my friends and I was eating ice cream and they're like, wow, you can eat ice cream? You eat ice cream? They were so surprised. They're like, you can eat ice cream and you can look like that? Yeah, but that's because at home I eat clean. I walk all the time. I watch my portions. So that way when I go out, I can actually have some ice cream and I have some treats, but that's not my all the time. So you're not seeing the full picture. Don't fool yourself. Don't be deceived. It's just that when we're out, we have fun. But we keep it clean at home.
So my mom, who's been skinny her whole life, has different eating habits than my dad, who was fit until about his 30s, and then those eating habits caught up to him and he gained weight. Something that I've noticed them do differently throughout my whole life is the way they snack. I've never seen my mom sit down with a bag of chips or a box of cookies or crackers and sit there and keep eating them out of the box. Every time she just takes a few from the box and puts the box away. And it's so drastically different than what my dad does, who sits down on the couch with the whole bag in his lap and just keeps eating, and he gets a little bit mindless with it. Not surprisingly, over the past few years, actually in my entire life, I've followed my dad's lead on that. But now I'm trying to switch to be more like my mom, only taking a few things out. Right now I'm weighing everything because I'm a very intentional cut and it's temporary, but I'm just trying to see what different portion sizes of things are. But I mean, it's a great reminder that even if you want to be a skinny person, you can still have snacks. It's just about portion control, because it's way too easy to sit and eat way more servings than you think and not be intentional about it when you have the entire source, the entire bag in front of you. Like all these tips, they seem really simple and easy, but it's not always easy to implement and it's not always easy to stick to and be mindful about. So I'm curious to see if this has worked for you. Leave comments below. I love reading through them all.
There's a skinny state of mind that's not often discussed on this app, and I'm going to do my best to break it down for you. Sure, we can talk about what Victoria Beckham, Megan Fox, and all these super thin celebrities have for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and I know as women it's fun to discuss, but there's a lot more to it than what they eat. I remember when I was in my 20s, many moons ago, and I was quite thin, and it was effortless. And I know you might say, oh, your metabolism, you were young, to an extent, but I was really eating very moderate portions, healthy, and it's not like I was stressed every day thinking, oh God, I'm deprived, I wish I could have pizza. I liked wearing the clothes I wore, I liked being a certain size, I liked feeling desirable. These were all things that were just important to me at the time. And maybe Megan Fox is an extreme example because she gets so much praise for her looks, and I'm sure she feels unbelievable pressure, but she likes it. She knows when she walks into the room, it's like all eyes on her, and it's just like a lifestyle. I don't believe she's walking all day feeling upset and hungry and I wish I could eat burgers. Like, first of all, your body gets used to eating healthy, gets used to smaller portions, and at the same time, your love of how like good you feel in your body and the clothes you get to wear and that confidence ends up outweighing a craving for junk food. Do you see what I mean? And there's a manifestation coach here on TikTok. Her name escapes me. I'll leave it in the comments if I can remember. And she said something that always stuck with me, is that she eats whatever she wants, but her mindset to herself is that she always loses weight. Her body is constantly losing weight, and because she doesn't come from a place of lack, of like, oh my God, I can't if I eat one slice, I'll gain. Her body is not stressed about weight loss, and she's quite thin. She looks amazing, and I believe that's obviously not that you're gonna stuff your face all day, and you'll just lose weight. But the moment you don't see food as the enemy, you just chill, go on with your life. I could see that working. And you have to be honest with yourself about what your priorities are. If it's not weight loss isn't super important to you, if like fitting into exercise isn't super important to you, that's totally fine. Like, don't stress yourself out. But for a lot of women, feeling good, looking good, wearing that dress, feeling confident is such a priority that the food obsession is just not really there. I hope this makes sense. Let me know in the comments if this means anything at all to you.
Yes, okay, so this person's asking how you would basically develop the habits of people who are naturally thin in order to become naturally thin yourself. So here's a few. One thing is, naturally thin people are just like not thinking about food until they actually get hungry. So to imitate this, you would not eat unless you're actually hungry. And there are hunger scales online that you can look into this to know when you're actually truly hungry. But that's one thing. And then the second thing is, most naturally thin people just hate the feeling of fullness altogether. So they will not go to the normal point of fullness that us naturally unthin people would normally go to. So instead, they'll stop when they're actually just satisfied and not full, because fullness doesn't actually even hit you till like 15 to 20 minutes later, and that's why us non-naturally thin people will end up feeling overly full after a lot of our meals, so you got to cut that out. There's also just like entertaining yourself with things that are not related to food at all whatsoever. Like, you can go on walks with friends and go on coffee dates with friends. Like, naturally thin people just are not preoccupied with food most of the time, like I said before.
That's a video, bestie. So I'm just here also to add on like what I think about today's video. Staying skinny is less about what you do once and more about what you repeat daily. Most people gain weight not because they eat a big meal once in a while, but because their normal is overreacting. For skinny girls, their normal is eating light, moving often, and stopping when they are full. It's automatic. It's built into their lifestyle. If you want to stay skinny, you need to rewire your default settings, your habits, your cravings, your routines. So here is what no one tells you. Skinny is not maintained in the gym. It's maintained in your kitchen, your bedroom, and your head. It's a little choices you make when nobody is watching. Are you snacking out of boredom? Or are you actually hungry? Are you eating because you're stressed? Or are you managing your emotion in healthy ways? Skinny girls don't necessarily have better bodies, they just have better boundaries. They're okay with saying no. They skip the second meal. They choose water instead of soda, and not because they're suffering, but because they're trained their bodies to feel better when light and clean. Okay, no heavy and bloated. There's also the routine aspect. People who stay skinny usually follow a structure that keeps them in check. Maybe they are fasting, maybe it's portion control, maybe it's a low carb, but something which is helping them. They're not just eating randomly. They know what they eat, how much they eat, and what makes their body feel good. They're not addicted to sugar. They are trained their appetite, okay? Their meals are planned, not perfect, but intentional. And when they engage, they balance it every time. Now let's talk about movement. Skin people move a lot, more than they think they do. They walk, they stand, they clean, they stretch, they do activities without trying to be active. It's not about killing yourself in the gym for an hour. It's about being on your feet throughout the day. It's about taking the stairs, doing your skincare, standing, dancing, or brushing your teeth, or those little movements up and down. And more importantly, they make your metabolism stay awake. A body that constantly in motion doesn't have time to store fat the same way it does when it's just seated. Another thing, skinny girls protect their environment. They don't keep junky food laying around. Their kitchen is not stored with temptations. If you know or you open their fridge, you're not going to see 3 cakes, soda, and processed snacks. You'll see water, fruit, yogurt, maybe salad. Okay, they're not relying on willpower. They're designing an environment that supports their goals, because willpower fades. Environment lasts. And if you want to stay skinny, your kitchen, your room, and even your social circle has to align with your intention. One secret people overlook is sleep. If you don't sleep, you snack, period, okay? Lack of sleep increases hormones and make you crave 10 times worse. Most people who gain weight are not just overreacting, they are undersleeping. A skinny girl best secret is rest. Good rest, deep rest. Sleep resets your hormones, repairs your body, and reduces your appetite. So if you're trying to stay skinny on 4 hours of sleep and 2 cups of coffee, bestie, it's not going to work. Let's be honest. Staying skinny also means staying emotionally in check. A lot of reacting is emotional eating. People use food as comfort, escape, distraction, and even self-punishment. But when you start dealing with your emotions, really sitting with them, journaling, going on walks, taking things inside of eating them, you free yourself from cycle. You realize food is not therapy, food is fuel, and your body start to stabilize too. You lose weight like you want, and without even trying. That's a real magic. Another powerful tip is eating boring. Okay, yes, I said it. Most people get fat chasing excitement with food. Every meal is a moment, every snack is craving. But skinny girls, they eat almost the same thing every time, not because they have to, but because it works. It keeps them in check. Breakfast is not sugar feast, it's something light. Lunch is not fast food, it's clean. Dinner is portioned. They don't chase varieties every day, they chase results. And if you want to keep or make peace with that, you just have to keep like you have to be eating less. Okay, so guys, that's a video for today. So thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna see you in my next episode, and kindly comment what you think about today's video. Bye bye, take care.